everyone, welcome back to Cars and Zebras. Today I have another featured drag race, so I sure hope that you enjoy it. If you find the video entertaining, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel because I do post these videos regularly, and also make sure to share it with your friends so they can enjoy it as well. I do appreciate you watching, so without further ado, let's get to our featured drag race. And I'm sure that our first car needs no special introduction. It is the absolute monster of all Camaros, a 1969 ZL1. And of course, the crown jewel of the ZL1 is that absolutely nasty, fire-breathing 427 cubic inch engine. It was very conservatively rated at 430 horsepower at 5,200 RPM. Everybody knows these actually put out over 500 horsepower. And do you like torque? Well, it's got plenty of that as well. 450 pound-feet of torque at 4,400 RPM was the rating. Again, highly underrated. More like 550 pound-feet of torque. Compression ratio was a sky-high 12-to-1, and what set apart this engine from all the other 427s was its aluminum construction. I'm talking an aluminum block, aluminum heads, aluminum intake manifold that was topped with a Holley 850 CFM carburetor. And of course, not everything was built out of aluminum. There were a lot of forged pieces as well. That includes the crank, the connecting rods, the push rods, and the camshaft. Every single ZL1 engine was hand-built in a process that took 16 hours each. And the rumors were that the room where they built the engines was maintained to a surgically clean level. Of course, you could get these with the 4-speed manual, but this one comes with the heavy-duty TH400 3-speed automatic. And how about those absolutely awesome rally gauges and that factory tack? Outside of the engine, I think those are two of the coolest features with these cars. And then out back, absolutely annihilating those rear tires, is a 410 rear end. I found a few different resources regarding the weight of the ZL1. One stated just over 3,000 pounds, the other said 3,300 pounds. So let's just assume it's somewhere in the low 3,000 pound range. As you would expect, a car of this caliber came with quite the high price tag. The base model Camaro in 1969 was $2,700. That's about 19 grand today. The ZL1 engine alone was $4,100, pushing its price tag up to $7,200. And adjusting for inflation, that would be about $50,000 today. And I think that everybody knows the 1969 Camaro was wildly successful. They sold over 240,000 cars. But the ZL1, it's a little bit more rare. They only built 69 of those, with 20 going right into drag racing, and about a dozen had their engines stripped right when they were purchased brand new. So that doesn't leave too many of these bad boys sitting around. Original testing showed that this car would run 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds. And it also ran the quarter mile in 13.16 seconds at 110 miles per hour. But taking that a step further, if you threw a set of headers on there and racing slicks, it could run the quarter in 11.6 seconds at 122 miles per hour. In the modern day, these cars are starting to command some ridiculous prices and actually surpassing that of many Hemis. Today you can expect at least $400,000 for one of these cars if they're original. But if they're a pristine example, some of them are going for $700,000 to $850,000. So this car might be a monster, but today it's taking on a demon. This is a 1972 Dodge Demon 340, and they only made the Demon for about a year and a half because, as you would imagine, there was quite the public outcry from a lot of religious groups regarding its name. And I would say that the Dodge Demon is probably the best value for classic muscle cars right now. You can get them for a great price, and they're a lot of fun. So let's go over some of their statistics. As the name implies, the Dodge Demon 340 came with a 340 cubic inch engine. It was rated 240 horsepower and 290 pound-feet of torque. This might not sound like much, but remember, this was 1972, and it was mandated that manufacturers start using net horsepower ratings instead of the previous gross horsepower ratings. But also in 1972, with the mandate of unleaded gas, came a significant decrease in compression ratios for most muscle cars. And the Dodge Demon was not safe from that either. In 1971, the compression ratio was 10.3 to 1. 1972, 8.5 to 1. Compression ratio aside, the engine came with plenty of goodies, and that includes a forged crankshaft, forged connecting rods, an electronic ignition, a 4-barrel thermoquad carburetor, a special camshaft, and dual exhaust. This 1972 Dodge Demon features an absolutely gorgeous white interior and a 727 3-speed automatic. Now in 1972, a 323 rear gear ratio was stock. They had a 355 optional. This one is running a 410 gear. This car weighs in at just over 3,200 pounds, and in 1972, the base model Demon was priced at $2,300. If you wanted the 340 coupe, $2,700. And that was a screaming deal. Adjusting for inflation, that would be about $17,000 today. The Dodge Demon sold all right, about 40,000 units, but if we're talking only the 340 top dog, that's about 9,000 of those sold. Original statistics state that it could run 0 to 60 in 7.6 seconds and the quarter mile in 15.4 seconds. It had a top speed of 121 miles per hour, and it was rated 11 miles per gallon. But enough talk, let's get to that featured drag race.
Owen Simpson, however, is driving this Camaro ZL1. You see the cars are out of order. Actually, I'm out of order. Here we go. Sorry, folks. Okay, Dan Kruger has the 17,340. It's away. Red lighted. 1194, 170 miles per hour.
Again, thanks for watching, I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future drag race videos, and of course, I'll see you at the next one.